Alright, welcome back to the 47 show. And in today's video, matter of fact, not even in today's video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. If you've been to the channel, I love you. And for people who are new to the channel, I love y'all too. But you know, it's your first time. So y'all I gotta put on, my subscribe. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, I still love you anyway. But this silly thing got to go. Let me get this together. And then we gonna start this video up. I always gotta start out with some good vibes, some good energy. Alright, so boom. In today's video, right? This video gonna be for the ladies, for the women, or for the men. If you trying to find what you should look for in a woman or when dating a woman, in this video for you too. But I made this video for the ladies. And just how to be more desirable as a woman, how to be more feminine as a woman. I did a video like this for men, so go check that out if you're a man and you ain't seen that yet. Or if you're a lady and you need to know what you need to look for in your man, go check that out. I did that maybe like a month or two ago. Boy, now this is the ladies version. Start this up real quick and get this on through. Number one, y'all need to heal from your past trauma. And ladies, y'all like to bring the damage and everything from the past relationship into the current one and use it as justification for your actions. You need to love who you are as a person, but also when you are as a person, so that you don't, you don't bring your damage and reflect it onto somebody else or project it onto somebody else from something that they had nothing to do with. Because we tend to do that a lot. Everybody walking around now, we just damaged, and I don't wanna label us as that, because I just feel like words have power, so I don't want to label us as that. But we can be damaged or broken or just walking around with a lot of hurt inside of us, and people don't heal that before dealing with the next person or dealing with anybody. You should heal that for yourself, but also just dealing with the partner or in a relationship. They shouldn't have to fix you up first before they get to drive the car. Like, you don't go to the lot and be like, let me put the car together and fix it before I go purchase this car. Like, you're not about to do all that, because that's just too much work. So we need to heal who you are, and like, you only can attract the same amount of love like from somebody else that you already have for yourself. Like, the value that you have for yourself. Nobody's gonna see the value that nobody's gonna value you if you don't have value for yourself, or if you don't love yourself, then they can't love you. They only could love you to the same amount that you already love yourself. So that's number one. Number two, you need to, this is a big one, you need to walk in your femininity. And I know that's in the title of the video, so let me explain. You need to, like, women, I don't like to say what we do, I need to say what we need to do. Women, you need to walk in their femininity, because it's a lot of masculine energy in the today's woman, and it's very unappealing and unattractive to men. Unless it's a feminine man, only a feminine man would be attracted to a masculine woman. If you want like an actual man, and you're looking for a man and not a boy, not a nigga, because that's what y'all refer to us as. Not us, because I'm not a nigga, but that's what y'all refer to men as. But if you're not looking for those type of things, you're looking for a man, you're looking for a king, you're looking for a god as you to be, so that you can act in your womanhood, your queenship, your goddess energy, then you need that same type of energy. And you're not gonna get that if you don't walk in femininity, because your counterpart is gonna, if he feels like he's a masculine man and he walks in his masculinity, he's direct and assertive, then what he wants from his partner is for her to be feminine, like be soft. Like, and people think being soft and being submissive it equates to weakness, and that's not true. Being soft and being submissive is the divine nature of a woman. Like think about a vagina. Like, a vagina is receptive, like it receives something. It doesn't go out and try to, put its like control on something, but it receives something. and it receives the sperm and it creates life. So you just need to think of like that's like the divineness of women. Like women receive, and women are organizers, and women are like women create life, and with the man, like when that divine complement comes together, they create life. So they can't create life by themselves because women always be like, we the ones who have the babies, but you can't have a baby if you sit beside another woman, or if you have intercourse with another woman. Like it just doesn't work like that. To understand that being submissive is not being weak. Being able to be led is not being weak. You can still be strong. Women have to be strong. Women go through cycles. Women carry children. Women give birth. Women both raise children, but a woman is more nurturing to children. Like so you strong, but you're strong in different ways. Like me personally, let me take me first. I'm gonna use myself as an example. I don't like a woman who I feel like challenges my masculinity, because that's not cute. It's not attractive. When a man feel like his masculinity is challenged, then he has to go back and challenge that masculinity that attacked him. If it's coming from a woman or a man, or most times it should come from a man. If it's coming from a woman, and y'all be wondering why y'all arguing all the time, or why men argue with women, or why does this happen? It's because y'all too masculine. You should never feel like your man is in a mind state to put his hands on you or make you feel uncomfortable or like you're not in a safe environment. And I'm not saying to walk around like you're afraid of somebody, but just understand like it's not your space to be strong in that way. It's not your space to be a warrior type. It's not needed. It's not required of a woman to do any of those things. So like I said, to be able to follow the lead of a man, because in the divine way of things, the masculine energy just leads the feminine energy. And point blank period. We be trying to argue with nature and go against nature, and we wonder why we be so upset and why our spirits be unhappy with us, because we always try to go against the grain and fight against nature. Just if you once you flow with nature, you find that life becomes a whole lot easier. When you become submissive and you become soft as a woman, life is gonna become easier for you. Just in your daily life, in the way men treat you, in the way other women respect you. It's just a difference about you. Anyway, number three, you need to be number three, you need to have some type of authenticity about you. You need to be like a rare item. Cause I feel like a lot of women, y'all wear the wig. I know y'all not gonna like me for this one. I don't care though. Y'all wear the wigs and the and all of this makeup and all of these things that just is like, it shows that you're not comfortable with yourself. For one, this is how it appears to a man. Like for one, you're not comfortable with yourself. You're not grateful for the beauty that the creator has given you. And it also shows like you're quick to want to follow somebody. Like you want to follow like what other women do, because I feel like when women, like, it would be less likely if nobody was into wigs that women wouldn't wear wigs, because like we just follow trends and fads FAD, followed another dummy. Anyway, be authentic, because when you're like authentic, that stands out. I remember I went to a party one time, and it was women, a whole bunch of women in the room, right? And all of them had on some type of weave, sewing, or whatever you want to call it, whoop de whoop. It was just one girl in there, one woman, excuse me. It was just one woman in there, and her hair was like, she had her natural hair out, and she stood out to me more than any other. She was the only one I really cared to talk to, just because of her hair. I didn't even realize it until like I paid attention to what was different from her and every other woman. Every other woman looked exactly the same, but it was just she came as herself, and she was comfortable to be herself. And that's just like rare in today's society. Like once you become authentic, you become rare, because it's not a lot of authenticity today. Now hopefully one day being authentic will be the common thing to do, but that's just not the case at this point. Number four, you need to have some type of emotional intelligence. because I was just literally just talking about this. Women are more emotionally intelligent than men. Women are emotional beings. Men are logical beings. We like to think in numbers, black and white. Women, y'all operate in feelings, emotions, and emotions is just like energy. So y'all operate in that type of form. And if you are the most, like, I'm not afraid to admit, I know a woman is more emotionally intelligent than me. So if you're more emotionally intelligent than me and you don't understand your emotions, you don't know how to deal with your emotions, you don't know how to, you know, act in your emotions no matter how you feel. If you say happy, you don't know how to carry yourself as a woman with your emotions, then it's like you're immature. And nobody wants to deal with someone who's immature. Nobody wants to deal with somebody who's immature. So you just need to have some type of emotional intelligence. You need to understand your feelings and also be able to understand your partner's feelings and understand they're not going to be on the same level as you, but that's part of being heterosexual. Like being attracted to the other sex because they're the other sex. Like you take what comes with them and you happy with it because you just heterosexual. Anyway, some type of emotional intelligence. Number 5, you need to develop some type of womanly, motherly type skills. Like, I know women be like, I don't feel like I don't have to cook and clean and do these things. I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying it's a requirement. I'm not saying it's a necessity. But it will make you more desirable. It will come off as if you know how to keep a household in order. That's really what it comes to in the mind of a man. It's not, I need you to cook for me because I can't cook, but it's you know how to keep a household in order. You know how to keep the household in a manner to where it feels nurturing, to where it feels like I can relax here. I can put my guard down here. I can be comfortable here. I can take off my sword and shield here. You see what I'm saying? So you need to develop those things. But also, yeah, like you need to develop those things because most likely when it comes to like the family unit, like when y'all have children, if that's what you're going for, you will most likely be the caretaker and the nurturer of the family, of the kids. Like that's most likely gonna be the role that falls upon you naturally. So you just need to have those type of skills to where like it's not just for your man, but you can also make sure that your kids are eating properly. And this goes into my next point, which I'm not even gonna make it the next one. I'm gonna just combine these two. You need to have some type of understanding of health and wellness and mental health, physical health, spiritual health, because once again, like when it comes to the kids and you're the nurturer, the caretaker, like men prepare the kids for the outside world, for the cruelness of society, for survival, for when they leave out of the house. Men prepare them for that. Women are more so the nurturer, like I just said, the caretaker. Make sure that they understand themselves. Make sure that they're comfortable with themselves. Make sure that they're loving themselves. Make sure that their bodies are in the top shape. And women nowadays don't have that because we don't understand health on a holistic manner. So you need to have some type of understanding of health to where your kids are healthy. And like from a man's perspective, me, I think when I'm like dating a woman, it's always, if we have kids and someday I pass away, would you be able to take care of them? Would you be able to raise my kids the way that I would want my kids to be raised? That's always the thought, that like, could you raise my kids the way I want my kids to be raised? If the answer is no, he's not gonna deal with you. So if you can raise his kids the way he wants his kids to be raised, or the way you all, not even him, but the way you both want y'all kids to be raised, and you could do that in an efficient manner, then you are more likely to be desirable, because that's what all of this comes. That's what all dating comes down to. Sex, attractiveness. It comes down to reproduction. It comes down to, when I create life with you, will this life have a better chance at survival? Will they be able to thrive, or will they be in survival mode for the rest of their lives? That's what it all comes down to when you're dating someone. And I think this is the last one. Number 6, your physical attributes. Like I said, it's in the mid video. It's 2021. It's too many ways to be in shape nowadays. It's too many eating liberties. It's too many workout regimens. It's too many at-home fitness regimens. Too many gyms around us. Like, it's too many ways to be in shape that you no longer have an excuse. Nobody ever did, but you no longer have an excuse to be lazy and to be out of shape. Also, being lazy, like just being out of shape shows that you're lazy. It shows. It also makes it harder for you to bear children. So once again, it goes back into reproduction. What our minds are looking for. Like we are looking like with ego sometimes. Like we just like she cute or she has hips, but all of those things, all of the things we look for in women, is really equates to a healthy woman who can produce children. That's all it is. We just don't see it that way, or we don't realize that's what it is. So you need to be in some type of shape. You know that's clearly gonna make you more desirable as a woman, because men are very physical. We see things and then we go get it. Like we're hunters, so like we see what we want and then we go for what we want, and then that's when like everything comes along with that. But if you're not initially attracted to a woman, a man's not gonna step to you, point blank, period. Like you can attract a man. I'm not gonna say you can't attract a man, but it's like what level of man will you be able to attract? So yeah, that's basically the last point. Have some type of physical fitness about yourself. But if you made it to the end of the video, if you feel like you learned something, if I dropped some wisdom, some knowledge on you today, then hit the subscribe button for me one more time. Hit the like button. Drop a comment down below. If you feel like I left something out on how women could be more desirable, how women could be more feminine, drop it down below. Put it in the comment section so other people can see it. Because I'm not the only person out here with knowledge. I feel like everybody has their own knowledge. Everybody has their own experience. So put what you have to provide for the community in the chat, and hit the bell for me, turn on the notifications, and we out. Get it?